Okay. Um this is Aya Toyota, the Blair Witch of West Virginia. Okay, so this is a super fun channel. Um this is my first witchcraft channel, and this is my first YouTube channel. Subscribe to me, like, share, do all that. It's kind of fun. You get on here and discuss witchcraft, traditional witchcraft, specifically Romani and Gypsy witchcraft, Eastern and Island magic, and traditions, and we discuss tasseomancy and palmistry as well. There will be some tarot card readings too, and there will be discussion on folklore and different mythologies and deification and deification ceremonies and different god and goddess based energy centered worship, right? Okay, so like I said, this is Aya Toyota. This is your first video, and yes, I am a goddess worshiping free spirit, and I have ancestry in the East, and I work with goddess Hecate. That is not my first deity that I have worked with or pulled energies from. I've worked with several deities over the years since I was very, very young. I feel very, very close to the craft. It's my centerpiece. It's literally where it's one of my driving forces. It's what keeps me going. Like, I have such a strong, profound passion for magic and witchcraft in general, right? I do practice a little bit of some hoodoo. I'm not initiated into any like Santeria or Palo or Mayombe, or I'm not a Mayambero, and I would consider myself shamanistic, very shamanistic in my belief. But that's not the main point of this video. We're going to get more into discussion about my personal witchcraft and my personal beliefs a little bit later in this channel. Okay, so what I have here is a 7-day candle just to light my space, to set and ground my space, because that's what we want to start off with. And it's perfect because of the cylinder shape of it. It's perfect for grounding down base energy, right, in your space. So before I do my videos, I do like to try and cast a circle and ground and center myself, so that way any energy that's shared at the end of the video, I can slowly ground that down into positive energy, right? Because many people exchange energies with our channels, if you're a witch, and even if you're not, like, we're always exchanging our energies with people, right? Okay, so I work with goddess Hecate, and she is what is known as a transliminal goddess. She is a goddess of boundaries and of doorways, right? So she is a goddess that helps people if they need to transition to another level of consciousness, or another another spot in life, if they're having issues crossing the crossroads, like a woman crossing into maritalhood, or a woman crossing into another boundary, if you will. Even for people who are coming of age, or are discovering their gifts, like when I first did, then yes, like this is a goddess that you would work with. She's a goddess of childbirth and all of this. So she is an amazing goddess to work with, literally. She's a goddess of boundaries and childbirth and protection and magic, and a goddess of a tutelary goddess. So she's a goddess of the underworld, of the deep, of the sea. She can be Shatanic, or there's so many different names that it's like she's very strong. She's a very strong goddess when you feel her, and she is such an overbearing. She can be very overbearing, is what I'm trying to say. She is a strong goddess, and she's pulling no punches. If you need your ass kicked, you're getting your ass kicked. If you need to be pulled in this direction, you're just gonna do it, and there's no arguing with this deity. This is a deity who can bring love and attraction into your life. This is a goddess who she can be Chatanic. She can be oh my gosh, there's so many different names. Arrhenios, Chatanic, loud crashing, gate crashing. There's so many different names. Earthshaker, goddess of the sea. So there's so many different names. It depends on what epithet you're working with, what deities you're connecting with her, because some people work with the god and some people don't work with the god. Some people work with the goddess and some people don't work with the goddess. That's just the way it works in the craft. It's more common though that people are more Dionic in the response to magic, and so you'll often find witches who are very feminized and only work with a feminine deity in their energy. And that is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm all pro-feminist all the way. Like, I don't judge either way. I'm just very open-minded and free-spirited. Okay, because the craft is kind of what drives me. So, there is so many liminal spirits. Like, there's so many. Angels are liminal. Apollos is liminal. He has many names. And oftentimes liminal deities, they tend to have a squadron of epithets. Like, they literally can be called so many names. Apollos is a god of light, a god of travel, and he has so many epithets, and he is a god of sun, and also if you're looking for passion, he's a god of that as well. There is so many angels. Angels are very liminal. I work with angels quite a bit. Angels are one of my driving forces. Literally, when I get up, I call to my angels. This is what I do. Like, I literally, like, my angels watch over and preside over everything in the temple, and that's just how stuff goes. I call on angels quite a bit when I'm doing exorcisms. I am not an ordained exorcist at this point, but I have studied, and it's something that while I'm young, I'm looking forward to learning about. So that will be something on my channel. If you're interested in learning about exorcism, then we will very much discuss exorcism and how to perform these and whatnot. I've done exorcism before. Not on people because it's actually against the law. It's been abolished at this point, but on the household itself, I have done that. Okay, so there is Apollos, even Saint Michael is transliminal. Jesus, the spirit of Jesus, the son Jesus, if that's what you choose to acknowledge, then if that is a spirit that you acknowledge at this time, then that is a liminal deity as well, because they're transitioning you into a different space, whether it be an ascent to a heaven or an ascent to whatever you believe in. We're not going to touch lightly on this channel. If you're, going to a different plane of existence, or somebody else needs to go into a different spot in their life and needs to experience new things for themselves, then that is very much so what you want to call on. I'm sorry, I had something going on in my background. But yeah, anyways, liminal deities are a foundation of witchcraft, because they allow us to cross the borders into other realms. If you're shamanic in your practice, then you're more than likely working with shamanic or transliminal energies, and you're crossing boundaries, because you're crossing the boundaries into a different time or space or thought, and or you're achieving a secondary sense, so that way you can ascend to another space or time of existence, so that way you can help heal people and nurture people and bring them back to health. Right? That's what shamanism is about. When I practice shamanism, I like to dance, I like to move a little bit, I'm not the only witch that does this. There's so many witches out there that do these old practices. But I do move a little bit, and you'll see that a little bit, just some ceremonial movements. I might bring in drums, I might bring in like maracas and stuff like that, and that's kind of what I'll work with in terms of movement. And then I might get up and just, it's almost like a circle dance. That's what you would do in a circle dance. You'd build energy, then you'd circle, and then you do a cone of power, right, with a stang or whatever, or a wand or a staff, if that's what you choose to use. Or you can just use your hands and direct that energy. I don't think that's been shown very much, at least not in the recent years, because of, like I said, transitions and stuff that's going on, of course. So there is so many liminal deities that you can call upon, and they escort. Hermes is one that escorts. Hermes Trismegistus. There's books on Trismegistus and Hecate working together to escort certain spirits or other people to other planes of existence. And this is not a soft subject. This is a pretty tough subject, but it is something that if you're tough and you're a torchbearer, then you can handle these, because you know we carry our strength. We carry our strength upon us. If you are a witch who is strong and confident in your gifts, or if you're strong and confident in the blessings that the goddess has bestowed upon you, or the god, or whatever, you are the creator, or all father if you're Odinist, or great spirit if you're Native American, whatever the case may be. That higher divinity, if you're strong in your purpose, then you're strong in everything else, right? So you just have to be strong in your purpose, and realizing that the world can be quite corrupt, and that you have to stay on your right foothold at all times and do as the energies are suggesting you, right? So I just want to talk about that a little bit. So this is an open discussion channel. Like, you can ask me anything. I'm totally open-minded. I'm pretty cool, and like I said, I like discussions about Hecate. I discuss stuff about different deities, and you will see rituals. Many rituals will be done. There'll be poetry, pagan poetry. There'll be yoga, a little bit of yoga. You might see some yoga, whatever needs to be done. Working with energy, so I can output energy out into the space around me, and we can all coexist as one on this planet, as brothers and sisters, and bring peace and love and light, right? Because that is the spiral dance. So with that, marry me and marry part and marry meet again, and hopefully we have gained some knowledge from this video and from what I have shared, and there will be more discussion in the next video, and vice versa, on liminal deities and crossing boundaries, and spirits, and what I do shamanically, and how I heal people and myself in order to get through my day. So with that, blessed be, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Love and light.